FBLA members are preparing for the National Leadership Conference they will be attending this summer. We caught up with some to see what they're doing to prepare.
Local athletes have stopped running, but their celebration has not slowed down after a record-breaking season. We have the highlights tonight.
And finally, we have an update to the missing bicycle story. Police think they know who is behind this monkey business. I'm Riley Poulter.
And I'm Sophie Sparks, and welcome to Topeka Tonight.
Welcome to the Saturday edition of Topeka Tonight. And for our first story, members of Seaman High School's Future Business Leaders of America, or FBLA, have recently qualified for a spot at the National Leadership Conference in Baltimore, Maryland this summer.
I got a chance to catch up with members of Seaman's FBLA that qualified for the state conference this past week. The Vikings have been working hard at editing and studying their material for state since fall. Let's go check it out.
This past week, Seaman High School's FBLA club qualified not one, but two students for the National Leadership Conference.
Our project was a PSA over cyberbullying, where we're helping with the preventative steps to be able to keep yourself safe online and stop others from being bullied.
My magazine is about how our bank here at Seaman ties into FBLA. It talks about how a lot of the kids that are in bank are in FBLA and how both of them tie into good business skills.
Not only did Joe and Reagan qualify for nationals, but they both took home the highest awards in their individual competitions.
Me and my two partners got first at state for our cyberbullying PSA, and we're going to start by tweaking it a little bit more to improve it for the national convention.
At state, I placed first, and I'm really excited to go to nationals. How I'm preparing to go to nationals is I am just making my graphic design better and just making it the best that it can be.
Nationals will be held this summer in Baltimore, Maryland.
I think I'm most excited for the National Leadership Conference to be able to visit with people who have more work experience in the management field, to be able to learn more about that.
What I'm excited about in Baltimore is to just tour the city and just see all the sights.
We look forward to seeing all their hard work pay off this summer. From Channel 17 News, this has been Sophie Sparks.
From all of us here at Channel 17, good luck to those competing at nationals.
You know, it's great to see students work for what they want. Now for another Seaman High School spotlight, we'll go over to sports anchor Josh Duncan to hear about the record-breaking track season the Vikings just finished.
The Vikings track team wrapped up their season on Friday. They had a fantastic finish. Here's what a couple players and coaches had to say.
And we had a really good job of kids putting in the time and the effort and getting the mental discipline that they needed to do well at state, and turned out to be a pretty good year.
It wasn't just a good year for Seaman. They were great. Not only did the Vikes run well, but their throwing improved too.
We had 2 PRs. We had 3 girl throwers that had never thrown before that all did very well.
We're the defending league champions, and we wanted to make sure that people understood that that wasn't a fluke, that we're a good track team. And Dawson Morstoff, who's 3 years been a state medalist, and then Mitch Miller, who's just been a rock for us as a thrower.
Throwing earned the Vikes some points, but jumping is where they really shined.
Every meet has been around top 5 for me in jumping.
As the season went on, everybody was able to improve, and that helped Seaman win the state championship.
But from the start of the season to the end of the season, you could definitely tell that people got better, and I hope they saw that in the times and the marks that they had. But we got a lot of young guys again, like Malachi Pope in the distance and Eric Patterson in the sprints, that have really come along and developed nicely and really started to not only be better athletically, but also in a leadership sense.
Seaman had a strong finish to the season, and they have some great leaders returning next year, so don't expect their hot streak to stop anytime soon.
Well, the Vikes should feel proud of their accomplishments, and it sounds like Seaman has plenty of talent returning next year, so I'm sure it'll be another entertaining season. But Seaman wasn't the only one with excellent track results this year. Other local high schools also broke records, most notably at Hayden, where junior Trevor McRogers set a new Kansas State record for high jump at 7 foot 5 inches. At Shawnee Heights, senior Christina Taylor has committed to run track at Emporia State next year. That's what's going on this week in sports. Now we'll go back to Sophie and Riley.
Sounds like our Topeka athletes put in a lot of work this season.
Yes, it does. Now for more information about the bike theft happening around the community lately.
Several have came back to bike chains with the locks broken or picked and their bikes gone. Many have been pointing fingers to the local chimpanzee who recently went missing. I got the chance to get the latest on this news. Last week, several bikes were reported stolen from the Big Shunga Park area.
Cameron came home and told me her bike was missing, so I came out and checked where she chained it up on the tree, and obviously something ripped the chain apart. And then so I started to look for the bike with her, and I saw this monkey riding it, and I ended up taking a photo of that on my phone because, well, I saw a monkey riding her bike. So hopefully the cops can do something to try to get the bike back.
Mr. Smith shared his picture with the police that determined that the monkey in the picture was the one missing from the zoo.
From the list of suspects, we have narrowed it down to the missing chimpanzee from the zoo.
To keep your bike safe, do not leave it unattended. Do not use chains or locks. He is known to break them. And don't give him bananas. This only makes him come back for more. Follow these steps to keep your bike in your possession. But unfortunately for Cameron, it was too late.
Whenever we would go to the zoo as a family, I loved seeing that monkey, but now I'm kind of disappointed because he was the one that stole my bike.
The police recommend that if you see the monkey riding a bike, don't approach it, but call 911.
At this point, I just really want my bike back. I loved that bike, and I want it back now.
If you have any information about the chimpanzee, please contact Crime Stoppers at 785-234-0007 to put an end to this monkey business.
Well, guys, I've seen a squirrel ski, but I'm not sure I've seen monkeys steal bikes. That's bananas.
Well, that's it for this episode of Speak It Tonight. We'll see you next weekend. Good night.